So, welcome 10th class. We are doing our unit 1, which is about digital documentation advanced. And so far we have completed our session 1, and now we are in session 2. And in session 2, we have completed our image portion, in which we have learned about how to insert an image, how we can manipulate it, how we can resize it, and how we can crop it, and etc. So we have understood that there are several methods to insert an image, and there are several things, there are several tools which we can do, which we can use while accessing the images. So after discussing about images, now we are concerning about the drawing objects. Because if we want to enhance, if we want to beautify, or if we want to create a very decent document, then we may also use several kind of objects such as rectangles, circles, lines, text, and etc. Because these objects will help reader to get its concept very clearly. Because if I will use some kind of flow chart, some kind of arrow diagram, then the reader can also enjoy it. Reader can also access this document in a very convenient manner. Okay. So that's why after discussing image, we are going to discuss how we can insert or how we can deal with an object and what are its properties. So every word processing document provides you several bunch of objects, in which it includes rectangles, circles, and etc. So from dragging and dropping that, or from inserting them, you can use it and you can modify it according to you. Okay. So let's start it first in theoretical manner, then I will show you how you can insert an object. So we can use writer's drawing tools to create graphics such as simple diagrams. We are concerning about simple diagrams such as rectangles, circles, lines, text, and other predefined shapes. What do you mean by the predefined? That means it is already available in our writer. Okay, and we can also group several drawing objects to make sure that they maintain their relative position and proportion. So yes, if you are inserting any kind of object in your document, so you have to make sure that you are maintaining its relative position, you are dealing with its correct proportion, how you want to display your object to your document or to your screen. So you have to be very concerned about it. Okay. And yes, and we can place the drawing objects directly on a page in the document or insert them into a frame. Just like we done in image portion also, we can insert it accordingly. You can insert it from a drag and drop method, or you can insert it from frame, that means the dialog box. Okay, so it's up to you how you treat, how you deal with the object. So we can also use the drawing tools to annotate photographs, screen captures, or other illustration produced by other program. That means it is saying that you can also use objects, you can also use these simple diagrams to your images, also to your screen captures, which is also in the form of JPEG or PNG. So you can use it, but it is not recommended. Why I am saying that it is not recommended? Because it may have some conflicts. What are these? So if we will include image and as well as to drawing in it, then so that image will maybe fed off, okay, get out of the alignment in our document. So if we are using images as well as drawing objects such as rectangle, then maybe image may fade out and may get out of its alignment. Okay. The second reason is, if I will convert my writer document, if I will convert my writing document into some another kind of document such as HTML. HTML is what? Web page. If I will convert that, supposedly if I am converting this PDF in HTML, then it will not reflect as it is in this PDF. Okay, maybe it will look different in my web page. So that's why it is not preferred that you use photograph as well as to drawing object. Use them but separately. Why? Because they are associated in the computer's memory separately. Okay, and in general we need to create complex drawing, so it is recommended we use LibreOffice Draw. And if you want to create some different kind of drawings which is not available in our LibreOffice Writer, so you may use the LibreOffice Draw also. Okay, if you are not satisfied that sir, my diagram, my picture is not available in LibreWriter, what should I need to do? Then you should switch on the LibreOffice Draw. Or you can draw your logos, you can draw your drawings in the Microsoft Picture also, Paint also. Okay, so it is not recommended that you use the picture as well as objects simultaneously. Anyways, so how you can get access to drawing toolbar? You need to click on view. There you will find toolbars. Then you will find drawing there. Okay. So following this step, you can find the draw function or the drawing tools. So the drawing toolbar may appear at the bottom or left side of the workspace. That means if you have accessed the drawing toolbar, that means it will be displayed at the bottom of your screen or the left side of the screen. But you can also fix it to another location. You may dock it also, you may float it also. Dock it means to fixing. You can fix it to a particular part of screen, or you can just be flexible, or you are floating it here and there. Okay, so this is the drawing toolbar's properties. So this was the conceptual manner, this was the theoretical manner. Now I'm going to show you this practically by sharing my screen. Okay, so this is our LibreOffice writer, and here you can find drawing toolbar. So what you need to do is you have to click on view tab, then you will find toolbars, and toolbars you will find drawing. Okay, so here if I have clicked the drawing, now you can see the difference at the bottom of the screen that there are several types of objects being placed in my screen. Here is the rectangle, here is rectangle in the rounded corner, here is square, ellipse, circle, isosceles, triangle, and right triangle. Here you will find basic shape, and if I will click here, then you will find several kind of shape also. Okay, and yes, if I will click on this symbol shapes, I can find left braces, curly braces, and etc. If I will click here, then I will find several kind of arrow, the direction arrow, the up, down, the lower down, and etc. And here I will find star category, and here I will find comment box, some grids, and this is what callouts. So I can use these callouts, these sellouts to draw my drawings. Okay, so I am not going to use it now. Here you will find insert line, you will find lines and arrows. So if I will click here, then I will find array direction, the line with arrows, the line with arrow square, and so on. So you can use it accordingly. I'm not going to show you how you are going to use it because it's very easy to use. What you need to do is you have to select here and just drag it down. That's it. Here it is. Okay. So you can use these kind of objects according to your convenience. So to use a drawing tool, I have shown you the practical manner. Now we have to discuss about the theoretical steps also. So first click in the document where we want the drawing to be anchored. Anchored means where we want to be place it. And we can change the anchor letter if necessary. Yes, we can change it. Select the tool from the drawing toolbar. Yes, as we have selected that arrow, as we have selected that other type of diagram, the mouse pointer changes to a drawing function. Yes, as you have seen, that the mouse pointer was changed there, and the normal formatting toolbar changed to the drawing object properties toolbar. Yes, this is an absolutely very interesting thing, that the normal formatting toolbar will now convert in what? Drawing object properties toolbar. That means it will allow you, it will facilitate you to deal with your drawing objects, and it will provide you several kind of properties. And the next step, move the crosshair pointer to the place in the document where you want the image to appear, and then click and drag to create the drawing object. Yes, and release the mouse button as I have shown you. The selected drawing function remains active so that we can draw another object of the same time. Yes, it is active, it will remain active until you will not deselect it. Okay. To cancel the select drawing function, press the escape key, ESC, or click on the select icon, supposedly on the arrow, on the drawing toolbar, and from there you can remove it. We can now change the properties such as we can fill colors, we can add line type. That means if we want to bold it, if we want to set more width to our line, so we can also do it manually. We can change its anchoring. Anchoring means its position on the screen, and some other type of properties. So of the drawing object using either the drawing object properties toolbar or the choices and dialog raised by right clicking on the drawing object. That means if you want to change your drawing object properties, so you can change it from the object property, or you can change it from right clicking from your mouse also. Okay, I think this is very simple and basic stuff which I am describing you to all, and you are understanding my point very well. So now we will discuss setting or changing properties for drawing objects. Okay, so to set the properties for drawing objects, we draw it on the drawing toolbar. Click the select tool. Click the select tool. That means we are considering that selected tools, the tool which we are working on it. Okay, and on the drawing object properties toolbar, click on the icon for each property and select the value we want for that property. Very easy to understand. That what we need to do is we need to right click. That's it. We need to right click. If I say the shortcut trick for you, then please go for the right click. When you will press the right click, then you will find many kind of option. So from there you can change the property values. Okay, I know that, and I hoping that you know the property meaning. What do you mean by the property? Property means several options which is provided by any kind of computer system software, so it is known as property. The default reset applies to the current document and session, and it is not retained when we close the document or close the writer. Yes, if you will close or if you will end the writer session, then it will not reflect the same until and unless if we have saved it, and it does not apply to any other document we open. It will only be reflected to your current working document, CWD, that means current working document. The defaults apply to all the drawing except text objects. To change the property for an existing drawing object, select the object, then continue as described over. That means on the drawing toolbar, select tool, and then go for the properties toolbar. Okay. And yes, now we are going to understand how we can resize our drawing object. As like we have done in image section, we can also resize our image. As it is, we can also resize our drawing object also. So an object is resized in a similar way to an image, as I have told you. And select that object, click one of the 8 handles around it and drag it to the new size. Very easy to understand once again. And the object will be scaled up or down. When we grab the corner handle of an object and drag it, LibreOffice will resize proportionately. That means if we will drag it according to us, then LibreOffice will automatically do everything. Okay, and it will set all these objects accordingly. Okay, so it will look nice and decent in our document. If we also press the shift key, the resizing will not keep object proportion. Conversely, if we grab one of the edge, LibreOffice will scale unproportionally in the direction perpendicular to the edge. You do not need to mention such complex step. You just go for that square, drag it, hover it with the help of mouse and place it. You do not need to just go very much detail. These details do not reflect in our syllabus. Okay, we also press the shift key, LibreOffice will scale proportionally, so the method is the same. So here I am going to share you the screen how you can resize it. Here it is. But if you are going to resize it, first of all I am going to tell you that you can change it from here, position and size. Okay, you can place it anywhere in the screen. Select that square and you can resize it. Okay, just like this. Here you can see it. Here is the triangle. Okay, supposingly I want this. Just nothing I am doing is I am just hover it down. Here it is. So just clicking on that square buttons, I can just hover it down according to me and it will reflect the changes. Okay, so this is how you can deal with any object if you are working with writer. And once again, if I am pressing shift then and with shift I am using the up and down and right and left button, so it is moving like this. Okay, एक साथ मैंने शिफ्ट के प्रेस कर रखा है, एक बार मैंने एरो, सपोजिंगली मैं राइट एरो कर रहा हूँ, देखिए इस तरफ जा रहा है, और मैं शिफ्ट के साथ लेफ्ट एरो कर रहा हूँ तो लेफ्ट की तरफ जा रहा है। शिफ्ट के साथ ही मैं पेज के अप वाली कीज को प्रेस कर रहा हूँ तो अप की तरफ जा रहा है, और अगर मैं शिफ्ट के साथ पेज डाउन को प्रेस कर रहा हूँ तो डाउन की तरफ जा रहा है, ठीक है। तो आप शिफ्ट की का भी यूज कर सकते हैं। Here I am deleting it. So this is how you can access it, and this is how you can resize it, okay, according to you. So grouping drawing object is the next topic. So grouping का मतलब क्या होता है? You are going to give name to your object. Name to your object means supposingly you are using different kind of objects, such as you are using 5 or 6 triangles. So if you want to give that 5 or 6 triangle a combined name, then you are concerning about grouping your drawing object. Okay, so this is the simple meaning of grouping drawing object. जैसे कि आप लोग क्या है, आप लोग सभी अभी किसकी क्लास में है? IT की क्लास में। That means you have been grouped into a single class and its aim is to understand IT. Okay, as similar to this, objects will be grouped according to their uses, according to our uses. Okay, so grouping drawing objects make it easier to handle several objects, mark my point, several objects as a single entity, while preserving their relative size and positions. Preserving, that means we will not interfere its size, we will not change their positions, the position and sizes will be same, but we will group it. So when objects are grouped, any editing operations carried out, that group are applied to all members of the group. Mark a point. If we will edit any one of them object, so that change will reflect all of that object. Marking my point or not? If I have 7 triangles and I have grouped that 7 triangles in one entity, in single entity, and then if I will change anything, then it will reflect to all that 7 triangles. Marking my point or not, understanding my point or not, please give your consent, because it's very crucial to understand. Give your consent high up. Great. Okay, so yes, if we click on one member of the group, the whole group is selected. So the very first and the very obvious question comes in our mind, that how we can group our drawing object. So to group our drawing object, select one object anyway, then hold down the shift key and select the others we want to include in the group. The bounding box expands to include all the selected objects. Okay, with the objects selected, hover the mouse pointer over one of the object and choose format. Then you have to click on format, go to group, and you will find the group, and then you have to click on the right click of the mouse, and then you will find the context menu. Okay, we can edit an individual member of group without ungrouping or breaking the group. Select the group and go to format, group, enter group on the menu bar. So where you will find format, you will find the format in menu bar. ठीक है, हम we can edit an individual member of a group, यानी कि अगर मान लीजिए मुझे केवल एक ही मेंबर ऑफ ग्रुप को, एक ही ट्रायंगल को रिफ्लेक्ट करना है चेंज, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, फॉर्मेट में जाऊंगा, ग्रुप में जाऊंगा, एंटर ग्रुप में, यानी कि पहले से बना हुआ किसी ग्रुप में जाऊंगा। नेक्स्ट क्लिक ऑन द ऑब्जेक्ट टू बी एडिटेड, यानी कि उस ऑब्जेक्ट को सेलेक्ट करो, जिस पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट को, जिस इंडिविजुअल ऑब्जेक्ट को आप सेलेक्ट करना चाहते हैं। एंड व्हेन वी हैव फिनिश्ड एडिटिंग एन इंडिविजुअल मेंबर ऑफ अ ग्रुप, वापस से आप क्या करेंगे, फॉर्मेट में जाएंगे, ग्रुप एंड एग्जिट ग्रुप ऑन दी मेन्यू बार। सो अब मान लीजिए आपने अपनी ग्रुपिंग कंप्लीट कर लिया, आपका जो मोटिव था वो सेटिस्फाई हो चुका है। सो अब आप अनग्रुप करने के लिए क्या करेंगे, वापस आप किस पे जाएंगे, फॉर्मेट पे, ग्रुप पे, और अब आप किस पे सेलेक्ट करेंगे, अनग्रुप पे। ठीक है, चलिए फटाफट से इसको प्रैक्टिकली देख लेते हैं। उसके लिए मुझे क्या चाहिए, खूब सारे शेप्स चाहिए। तो यहाँ पर मैं एक शेप ले रहा हूँ, ये यहाँ पर मैं एक स्क्वायर ले रहा हूँ, और यहाँ पर मैंने एक सेलेक्ट किया है, लेट्स से एरो। ठीक है, तो अब मैं क्या करूंगा, शिफ्ट के साथ इन सबको सेलेक्ट करूंगा। जस्ट अ सेकंड स्टूडेंट्स। So these are our drawing objects. So here pressing shift key, I am just making it here, शिफ्ट की के साथ जैसे मैंने इसको किया तैसे आप देख सकते हैं कि अब ये ग्रुप बन चुके हैं। ठीक है, ग्रुप बन चुके हैं। तो वापस से मैं इसको आपको बताता हूँ, शिफ्ट के साथ मैं इसको होवर डाउन करूंगा। होवर करके देखिए आप मेरे माउस का पॉइंटर देख सकते हैं, ये चेंज हो चुका है, मैंने इसको यहाँ पर प्लेस कर दिया है। फिर मैं इसको भी सेलेक्ट करके, सॉरी, शिफ्ट के साथ, आई हैव टोल्ड यू माई माउस प्रॉब्लम एंड दिस इज बीइंग हैपनिंग द सेम। ठीक है, अब यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे फॉर्मेट में यहाँ पर आपको मिलेगा ग्रुप। ठीक है, अभी ये वापस से माउस प्रॉब्लम मुझे लग रही है, हाँ बिल्कुल, जस्ट अ सेकेंड, वंस अगेन, it's been grouped here. As you can see here, ग्रुप हो चुका है, तभी यहाँ पर ग्रुप को फेड आउट कर रखा है। अगर मैं यहाँ पर इसको अनग्रुप पे क्लिक करूंगा तो ये अनग्रुप हो जाएगा। ठीक है, यहाँ पर जैसे मैंने अनग्रुप किया तो ये अपने आप ही अनग्रुप हो चुका है। So this is how you can understand grouping and ungrouping of an object. So I think it's sufficient enough for today's class, and I am hoping that you have enjoyed this session also. So take care, bye bye.